We are the body of Christ, who stretches inward and reaches outward. A body who grows, serves, and transforms lives through the love of Jesus Christ. Welcome to Butyl Park Baptist Church. We are so glad that you have decided to join us today.
We are a body of Christ who engages all generations through diverse ministries and impactful missions. Come grow, serve, and transform lives with us.
We are growing through Bible studies, educational seminars, and prayer gatherings. Come grow with us.
We've been serving our neighbors together for almost 100 years. Come serve with us.
We worship together online and in person. Check us out at www.bpbaptist.org.
All are welcome. Come and worship with us.
All are loved. Come and find your place among us.
We want to see all God's children to know the peace of Christ. Come transform lives with us.
May the peace of Christ be with you.
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 Here at Butyl Park Baptist Church,
there is always enough room at the table.
Today we are emphasizing the garden ministry, and so I've asked Carla to come down, and she's going to be sharing a little bit about her experience working in the garden ministry. I know many of you have heard reports about the garden, but today we wanted to focus on what her experience has been. And so Carla, tell us about first how you got started serving in the garden ministry.
All right. I hope you don't mind me putting on another hat here this morning. This is what I wear out in the garden to protect my skin from the sun. But teaching, I never could help when I was working. I couldn't find the time to come out in the garden. But it's always something I wanted to do. I grew up going to my grandfather's farm and helping, at least he had machines to do a lot of the stuff, but I remember my cousins all out following the plows and picking up potatoes and throwing them in the truck and doing that kind of thing. And my dad had a garden beside our house where we lived, and I would help in that. And I have my own little garden at home. And so that's just always something that I've wanted to do. So that first fall when I retired in 2018, I graduated to doing more for the church. And one of those things that I really wanted to do was the garden ministry, and I've been doing it since then. I helped that fall, and I've been helping since.
What was that first day like? Do you remember?
No. The teacher's mind or the memory brain is about gone. I really don't remember. I know I enjoyed it because I keep coming back, I guess, but I felt welcome. Everybody was so glad to see another hand to help do things. So, I know it was a good experience.
I know when we were talking about this last week and what you wanted to say, you had mentioned it. She said it is such hard work. So I want to ask you. You keep saying yes.
I know.
Why do you keep saying yes to those emails and those requests to work?
I ask myself that too sometimes because it's not an easy thing. I was thinking about bringing in my boots to put on that I wear out in the garden, but they're a little bit muddy, so I thought I better not do that. But I believe in putting your faith into action, and I believe in working for the Lord and serving the Lord. And that's just one thing that I do is to serve Him through helping in the garden ministry. And so that's what keeps bringing me back. And the people there, it's fun to work with. We talk about different things, not just the garden stuff all the time. But I guess that's why I just want to be the hands and feet of Christ.
And you certainly are. Which leads me to my next question. Part of the garden ministry falls underneath, the Transforming Lives section of our mission statement. So what have you seen that this is transforming other people's lives?
Well, I thought it was wonderful with WOM, when I was able to actually go to a WOM meeting. We went to the Lord's Kitchen, which is one of the places that we help. And it was wonderful to see what they actually do and the space they have there and the quantity of people that come through that space that they take care of. So we've definitely broadened the community to not just our homebound or things that we have in the back that some of you get to share in at times, but so many places that we take the food and things to that have really stretched our community beyond this building into the West End, into Southern Indiana, lots of different places. So we have really grown our community through the garden ministry.
And that's what it's really all about.
That's what it's all about.
So sorry about this microphone. I'm trying to not hurt y'all's ears.
I think they're fighting with each other.
Trying to fight each other. But my last question is, what would you say to somebody who's either sitting in the congregation or maybe watching this online who might be thinking, I've not volunteered in the garden ministry, or maybe I haven't in a while. What would you say to them if they were interested in getting involved?
Well, there are a lot of other things to do besides going out and doing the physical labor in the garden. So there are ways that everybody could plug in. And I'm sure dropping your email address to Suzanne or Leonard or somebody to get on that mailing list, she puts out opportunities of ways to help all the time through that list. It may not go to everyone, but it goes to a lot of people that are involved in the ministry. But collecting bags, collecting the flat boxes that they need when they go to the places to distribute the food, egg cartons. There's a lot of things you can do in helping deliver to the homebound. And I think, is Sarah ahead of that? You're not ahead of that? I thought you were ahead. But taking to our homebound, so just letting someone know, Suzanne, Leonard, myself, anyone else. In fact, if I would say who's helped in the garden ministry, I'm sure quite a few people throughout this room would stand up that they've participated in that. So just let us know. We'll put you to work. If you like getting your hands dirty and stuff, we'll love to have you out in the garden, because that is the labor-intensive part of it, is planting and reaping. And the crops, when they're ready to go, you got to go get the crops, because otherwise they'll rot and you won't have anything. So we could use more hands for that all the time. Anybody that wants to serve in that way.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Carla, and thank you to all of you. I know there are many faces out here who volunteer regularly in the garden, and you know that you are so appreciated, and there is something for all of us that we can do to participate in the garden ministry. Thank you, Carla.
We would love to have you, your friends, and your family participate in the life of our community.
Join us as we participate with God in serving our neighbors through missions and ministries near and far.
Come join us for Bible studies on Sundays and Thursdays.
Subscribe to our emails and our newsletter mailouts.
Get involved in our amazing music ministries.
Engage your family in our wonderful youth and children's programs.
We want you to be invested.
We want you to be connected.
Here at Butyl Park Baptist Church,
we are
an inclusive community of faith,
rooted in the love of Jesus Christ.
Grow,
serving,
and transforming lives.